Welcome to the Moonstem Cast 2.34. Brian just saw me furiously scroll on my phone to figure out which number this was, because I could not remember for the life of me which one we were on. Welcome to the Moonstem Cast. We usually have an intro joke. Neither of us could think of one this week. I forgot the one I was thinking of. Brian also was like, I don't fucking know. Probably should have said the F word in the intro, but who cares? I'm Jordan. This is Brian. Brian, how are you?
They can't all be winning intros, Jordan, just like they can't all win the Heisman. And that's where I want to start is this was a weak class, right? Like, it's not just me.
No, I mean, I think everyone kind of agrees this was an oddly weak class. Like, even last year, you can argue that Travis Hunter maybe was a weak Heisman. At the same time, let's put this in perspective. He did play both sides of the ball and was like an actually effective wide receiver and somewhat effective corner. This felt like it was just a bunch of guys who were good at football, but none of them were like the best at football.
Well, I'd say Jeremiah Love was the best running back in the whole NCAA. Now, there are arguments for others, and I'm not going to get into it. It's not – I'm a Notre Dame bias fan. You're not going to convince me. I'm not going to convince you. It's fine.
Well, I saw his stats compared to Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's rushing stats. Okay, and everyone's like, Johnny Manziel.
But okay, here's the thing with that. Scrambles are so – broken plays and scrambles count as rushing yards, yes. But you cannot compare a scrambling running quarterback in broken plays to a running back whose plays are designed, and once the ball is handed off, 99% of the time they don't have to worry about him doing anything else besides running the ball. Johnny, when he's running around, he could still, if he didn't tuck it and he was still behind the line of scrimmage, he could let it fly, and he had a hell of an arm back in college.
Well, I was going to say, I think that actually is not a hate on Jeremiah Love. It's more of a Johnny Manziel was so good at football that for his freshman season that like he had more rushing yards as mostly a scramble. I don't remember any like design run plays for him.
He had several design runs.
Did they? Okay. It's been a long time. I forget the name of my dogs. I forget the name of my dogs half the time. I barely remember what happened yesterday half the time. But it's more about like, and again, this goes to a point I've been thinking about is Johnny Manziel, like we talk about haunting the narrative in like a story. Does Johnny Manziel haunt the Heisman vote every year? Because it feels like every year he's brought up in some capacity. Now, like you have Adego Pavia, who's trying to be Johnny Manziel, but he's like a corporate equity Johnny Manziel instead. Because like he just doesn't have the chops to be in both his play style and also just like him as a human. Johnny Manziel was like an atrocious human being, but at the same time, he was so fun. It's like, you know what? Give him a pass. Whatever. He can be as atrocious as he wants. But it feels like every year there's at least a couple times someone gets compared to Johnny Manziel for their stats. And like, as much as, you know, you think like a Tim Tebow or like, you know, a Reggie Bush, I'm just trying to think of like the big, like the ones who are memorable in terms of like their name value. They never get brought up other than like to make fun of Tim Tebow. At the same time, it's like Johnny Manziel gets brought up all the time as like, look at his stats. Look how good he was. Look at his rushing yards. And that's just his rushing yards. And it's not like a hit on anyone else. I think it's just, he was that good. And we've talked about this a few times on this podcast, but like Johnny Manziel kind of rocked. Actually, not kind of, he did rock, but he does haunt the narrative every year. And it does it's like every Heisman season we had that discussion of, was Johnny Manziel better? And usually the answer is yes.
I mean, Johnny, man, like if you take stats out of it and you just do eye test, this Heisman season is one of the most incredibly like showing a level of talent and creativity and spontaneousness and awareness that I don't think we're going to see very often. We might get a glimpse every, you know, a Lamar Jackson year, right? Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. We might get or a Joe Burrow year. Now, two different types of quarterbacks, sure, but like those are like the upper echelon quarterback Heisman's, and Johnny Manziel, I think, sits at the top of that.
Mm. He was the perfect college quarterback. He wasn't the perfect quarterback. He was the perfect college quarterback. Things break down. Things don't go as designed. You're not going against guys who are, you know, 27 and this is their entire life and they've studied this. You have guys who are going to go be financiers, going to be equity specialists. You have guys who are, you know, going to go do other things in their life. They're not as good as like an NFL player. And so you can scramble. Things are going to break down. You're going to scramble. You're going to be like, he thrived in chaos, and a lot of college football is chaos. And he was just kind of the perfect college football. If you could have Johnny Manziel on every team, he could take, like, no matter how bad the team is, to put him like Kentucky, this year's Kentucky.
Let's not get crazy.
I was not going to say that he won the national championship. I was going to say he could make a run at the SEC conference championship game. Not saying he'd get there, but I think they could make a run for it. It's not saying that he could take, because I don't think he could ever take a team to a national championship, but he could take a team close enough to where if the team got disciplined enough, they could do it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you stick Johnny Manziel, and this is not a shot at A&M's quarterback, if you took Johnny Manziel and put his prime season behind this Texas A&M team, I think they would be the odds-on favorite to win and not be close.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that at all. And that's maybe it's more like in hindsight where we're looking at like with rose-colored glasses, even like the worst shit looks good. But at the same time, like I'm looking back and I'm like, these highlights rock, man. Like these are great highlights.
Have you seen the podcast clip where they're talking about basketball and he's an older gentleman and he's talking to some young kids and they're talking shit about Tim Duncan. And he goes, "Oh my God, you don't know how good Tim Duncan was." That's how I feel about Johnny Manziel discourse in the Big 2025. It's a lot of people that were 6 years old, 5 years old, or younger, or old, like maybe 10, right?
Yeah.
Like you remember watching him as a kid, but like if we watched that as an adults, we would have a different appreciation for it.
Yeah. And like we were were we in middle school?
No, we were
in high school.
We were sophomores.
We were sophomores. Okay. Time flies. But yeah, like even then I was like, I'm witnessing something special. It's kind of how I came about with the Tom Brady Patriots at the end of their run. It was like, this is something I'm never going to see again, which we can get into because to be fair, at the same time, they had that break for like 10 years. So I don't know if it's that much, but like something has happened in the NFL, which the calls have finally happened. But with that said, I really don't have any more thoughts on the Heisman other than don't like Diego Pavia. He's not going to get drafted. He's going to get drafted late at the most. Julian Sane was just there. Good for him. Glad he got to show up and have a good night. Got to watch. Good for
Jeremiah
him.
Love was the DEI non-quarterback nominee.
And again, I mean, for the record, I was going to say this is going to be a quarterback.
Best running back in football. This is not a shot at him. This is just saying comparatively to other running backs that have won the Heisman or gone close to winning the Heisman, Yanti, he does not stack up as a Heisman season, but he is the best and most talented running back. But how could you say that with the stats? Because he was sharing snaps and a backfield with a top 5 running back in the NCAA. Okay, we had a 2-headed monster that's not going to be in the playoffs, and it's a fucking shame. That's what it's really about. Yeah.
If only there was another way to show that at the end of the season. But there's not.
Why would either of them play in a bowl game? That means nothing.
I'm kidding. They're not. They wouldn't play anyway. I did say
they're both going to the draft. They wouldn't even play the fucking bowl game.
I know. They'd sit out respectfully, probably for the best. I do have one last thought on just Notre Dame, and it's a chance here to clear something up, and then we'll move on to the NFL. I saw someone saying that the Pop-Tart Bowl is great for a school like BYU or Georgia Tech, but it's too good for Notre Dame is too good for something called the Pop-Tart Bowl. I ask you, Brian, are you too good for the People's National Championship?
No.
Are you too good?
It's all cope.
Yeah.
That's why every edit I've done for the past week has you've seen the little pill bottle that says copium next to my head. Okay? It's all cope. I have to we're sports fans, damn it. This is what we do. If it was your team, not you, I'm saying in the general if it was your team, you'd be doing the same shit. You just huff down the copium, you take your copium pills, and you move on. You make your comments, you try to make yourself feel better, and you move on. We're on to 2026 season, and I get to enjoy a playoff without any emotional investment.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think everyone knows that if the circumstance, like if it was clear that Notre Dame was not going to get in, like it was very clear. I think
all they had to do was put Miami ahead of us, and I would have been like,
and
Miami should have been ahead of us. That's the thing. That's what's making me so angry is that they should have been ahead of us this whole time. This should have never been a discussion. Head to head has to matter. You gave us hope. You rug pulled us. Why? How? We've gone over it. Everyone's gone over it a billion times. We don't need to go over it again.
Well, that's okay. We can move on. But I for the record, and I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again.
Last little twisting, huh?
I was gonna say I agree that I actually think Notre Dame should have been ahead of Miami fully. Head to head doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me.
Why play the games?
Well, because be better throughout the season. It's the whole. You remember how like I talked about how don't lose 8 games in a row. Mm-hmm. It's like don't go dock in the ACC championship game. Like if you're gonna try to get in the playoffs, don't miss that game because the ACC is like genuinely a bad conference when it comes to football.
Your conference champion is a 5-loss team.
Your conference champion is a football or a basketball school. It's not even a football. Like I guess people showed up to the. But if like you're like, hey, would you rather go see a Duke win a football conference championship or a basketball conference championship? I'm pretty sure like unless you play on the football team, you're saying basketball at that school. So head to head doesn't matter to me. Like it's the you got to take everything into account.
Yes, but quality losses cannot matter more than quality wins. That's what it breaks down to. Because everyone's saying, sure, you lost to Texas A&M, and you lost to. We have to get off this after this. Yeah, you lost to Texas A&M, you lost to Miami, but you only lost by a combined score of 4 points. That was me trying to justify getting into the playoff because, of course, I'm going to spin that angle. Mm-hmm. Now that we're out, now that we can actually, I don't have to do PR. Which, now that I don't have to do PR, yeah, of course a quality win matters more than a quality loss. Quality losses do not matter more than quality wins. Now, quality losses can like shit in your mouth and really ruin your day, but like keep you out of it. But when they go in, it's not just head to head. It's not just head to head. It's head to head with your quality losses / your quality wins. If that makes any sense.
No, it makes 100% sense. And I'm going to get us off the topic because I know we can talk about this for hours. Speaking of quality wins, the Texans looked great. And now it's the Cardinals. Poor Jacoby Brissett is being thrown to the fire. At the same time, Brian, this AFC champ, well, I mean, the Jaguars also looked explosive, but that's beside the point. Brian, you were at the game. Mm-hmm. Hopefully sober. Hopefully actually not sober. Hopefully not sober. I hope it was a good game in person.
See the 2 bottles that we brought for the 5 of us. So
perfect.
There's some in there. You can see some of that amber, right?
Yeah. I see the amber
and
a little bit. Yeah.
Little bit right there. Wow. There we go.
That's
gonna look like shit in the clip.
For audio listeners. I was going to say for audio listeners, there is liquid in the bottle. I can see it with my own 4 eyes, actually, through a virtual screen. But you were there in person. Do you have any thoughts on the game that maybe I wouldn't have? Fuck yeah, Texans.
I don't know if you wouldn't have it because I agree with the online discourse of Woody Marks looks like he has a season-ending injury every time, like every game. He looks like he goes down 2 or 3 times and it looks like he's done. And Coach D'Amico Ryan said he could have gone back into the game. But Jawar Jordan had a fucking. It was a Jawar Jordan game.
Yeah. Oh, he looked
100 yards with a long of 50.
He looked fantastic. I mean, again, he looked fantastic. I want to qualify everything he said. It's the Cardinals. That's like
Cardinals are not as bad as people think.
They're not as bad as people think. They still scored 20 on the Texans.
They are not good by any measure. Well, they're not. That's huge. We averaged 16 points a game given up, and they had a better than average day against us.
Well, yes. At the same time, I can't remember when the touchdown their scores came because it came in like the 3rd or 4th quarter. It's like, well, okay, yeah, they scored 10. Oh no, they scored. Okay, actually, they scored pretty regularly throughout the game. I want to make sure of that. So it's not like again the Texans also dominated. This is going to be such a stupid thing to say. So please stick with me for a second. You'll be like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. If the Texans didn't score in the first quarter, it'd only be 23-20. Now, again, dumbest possible thing to say. Well, the Texans didn't score, then yeah, it'd be a closer game. But it was a first quarter pounding, and then it kind of goes into you make love throughout the rest of the game.
Listen, we timed our food poorly. When we got to our seats, there was 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and it was 17-0. And I looked at my father-in-law and went, I don't know if we're staying for this whole game. And then we did not.
Well, okay. Well,
I was a little snake in the ears of everyone being like, this game's a blowout, the game's done. Why, you might ask? It's because A, we were, and B, we'll get to it later, there was a man playing football that I needed to go watch.
Is that man possibly 44 years old?
That man is 44 years old. But we'll get that in a minute. We still got a little bit of Texans talk.
Yeah.
This was the Texans defense game that I was talking about, where they're gonna have a game that they should dominate. And they looked really good, don't get me wrong. But giving up more than your average points per game is not great. But I was fully expecting a game like this out of we similar like to play down to levels a lot. Now our offense kicked the shit out of them, but I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on a defense. This is the number one scoring defense in the league. I can't be too hard on him, but we had the talent to absolutely decimate this Cardinals team, and we did not.
Well, my thought process was, listen, it's a Cardinals team that's already decimated as it is. It's Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Maybe if you go, hey, fellas, let's play down. Let's not try to kill ourselves this game. Because we have other games coming up. We may want to kill people. I think we have the Jaguars again. We'd like to kill them. We don't have
the We have Raiders. Okay. And we have Chargers. Raiders at home, Chargers on the road, and then Colts at home.
Okay. 2 games in there, Chargers and Colts. You're going to want to just be able to. The Raiders, you can probably go in there and play 75% effort and be okay.
Chiefs did us no favors by losing to the Raiders or the Chargers, which sucks.
No favors whatsoever.
I actually was cheering for the Chiefs.
I can't believe I've ever heard you say that. I've never heard you say that.
This is more about us getting into the playoffs. Listen, I missed one playoff. I ain't missing another.
It's been a bad year for us in terms of.
I lost a national championship. You lost a national championship. I got screwed out of playoffs. Astros, we're not going to fucking open that bag of chips.
I have actually a note on the Astros later, but it's more about the corporate side of the Astros and not the actual sightings of the Astros. As we only have 14 minutes left in this, but the Texans, I think this is also the game I think the offense needed just to be like, we're going to go blow somebody out. We're going to go drop a 440 bomb on somebody. And I think that's what they needed. You have Jawar Jordan who comes out and looks like a stud. You have Nico Collins catching, I think, 2 touchdowns. And then you have CJ Stroud looking like the CJ Stroud we've talked about for so long and we saw for a little while. And so I think as much as the defense may have not had the best game in the world, giving up 20, it was like 7-7-6. Not a crazy amount. It's like 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. You live with that. If I say, give me like the best offensive game, which may be this game, and the best defensive game, that's a Super Bowl contender. That is a Super Bowl contender. And so I'm okay with the outcome. And like, it's a good outcome. It's the outcome that was needed.
There's a chance that this defense can drag this offense, who was waking up. So it's not even going to really be a drag anymore, waking up to a real deep playoff run. I really do not think this team wins the Super Bowl. I'm not delusional.
No.
But a defense like this is so fucking dangerous in playoffs.
Brian, what's the most important thing about playoffs? Being hot. And the Texans look like they're actually heating. Like the defense has always been hot, but it looks like the offense and the team as an entity is heating up at the perfect time. And that's all that you really, you need other things, but like going into playoffs, that's really what you need. Be hot, be ready to go. So I don't know. I'm feeling good about this team.
Before we forget, this is not really that important, but I didn't want to forget this and bring it up later because that's all my Texan stuff that I had, unless you have something else.
No, I don't think there's a ton, like there's a lot to talk about, but like not a ton to talk about, if that makes sense.
All right, then we'll just go on from there because you're right. We have 11 minutes. Have you seen the Christmas Day schedule?
No, I think we've talked about it before for the Texans maybe, but I don't know if I've seen the Christmas Day schedule. Hit me with it.
Okay. This isn't great. It's going to be Cowboys at Commanders at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Which is Cowboys are fighting, sure, but the Commanders are dead. Are they eliminated?
Commanders? I have no clue. Commanders, because they won yesterday.
Now eliminated Commanders. Okay, yes, Washington Commanders officially committed. Okay. All right. So, sorry, I was too scattered brain. Let me tell you about the shitty Christmas Day schedule that we have for the NFL. And it makes me sad. Because I thought these games could be awesome at one point.
Yeah. I think
Cowboys at Commanders. Yeah. Cowboys still fighting for it, sure, but the Commanders they're eliminated. Lions at Vikings. Once again, Lions are still fighting for it, but it's against an eliminated team. These are division rivalries, I guess. And then Broncos at Chiefs. Chiefs just lost Patrick Mahomes and are eliminated from playoffs. So we have 3 teams with no playoff teams going against each other. These are just a bunch of elimination games or eliminated teams.
If Mahomes wasn't hurt, I'd say the Broncos Chiefs is a sneaky good game. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the Chiefs have realized they're going to be like, hey, we're eliminated from playoff contention. Mahomes isn't even here. Let's just kind of see what we can do, develop some players for the rest of the season. Yeah, to be fair, maybe I'm in the minority on this. Like Thanksgiving, I think you should have good football games. Mm-hmm. But like Christmas, I don't particularly want good football games because there's a lot going on. Like Thanksgiving, you eat and you relax. For Christmas, you're celebrating with people, you're going around, you like with family, doing things, opening gifts, you're doing a lot that day. So I'm okay with bad games on Christmas. Bad games on Thanksgiving suck. Bad games on Christmas, it's like, well, I can miss these. These are okay. Like if I'm not watching every game, it's fine.
It's funny that the NFL just was like, oh, NBA, it's your day. Yoink. No, I mean, I'm going to watch because we've had a discussion about this. More football. Mm-hmm. We always want more football. Mm-hmm. Less football is bad. More football, good. So I'm glad, but the first 2 games I'm not going to pay. I mean, the Lions are barely alive. The Cowboys need some help. I don't know. I'm going to watch. Yeah. I'm going to watch. Of course I am, but it's just what could have been better, right?
I mean, to be fair, at the beginning
of the season, these games a year ago.
Yeah.
So
at the beginning of the season, these were good games. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, oh well, lots of eliminated teams on this one. Oops, our bad. Probably what's going to happen is the 3 teams that care are going to win, and be like, okay, like the Lions, the Cowboys, and Broncos are going to win. We go, oh, that's fun, and then we move on with our lives and go to other games. We only have about 8 minutes left. Brian, do you want to talk about a man who this weekend proved us all age is really just a number because
oh boy,
that's the joke. But no, at 44 years old, and I know, listen, it's 66.7% completion, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 73.1 rating. Not great stats. No, if you have like a CJ Stroud, you're like, oh my God, what a bad game. At 44 years old, not playing in the NFL at any capacity for the past, I don't know how many ever years. I forget when he left.
2020.
Coming in to a team that he played for the Colts at one point, but it's not the same Colts he played for, obviously. And doing that, I am amazed. It's been the year of the boomer, the year of the geriatric in the NFL. And I say that jokingly because they're not geriatrics, nor are they boomers, but you have the Flacco Rodgers game, which was a balling game.
That was awesome.
You have Rivers coming back, showing that, listen, you don't need to throw 300 yards. They almost beat the Seahawks too. It was close. It wasn't a blowout. With that Seahawks defense, I'm like, damn, brother. You can still. It's the year of the old man. It's the old man's year. So if you're old and you're in the NFL, it's your year, buddy. Now, I don't know how many of you guys I'm speaking to, but if you're over the age of I was almost going to say 40, actually.
36.
If you're 36, 37, if you're over that age, I think, you know what? You have a shot at the MVP this year. No Josh Allen. No, no Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Not the usual suspects. It's your year. It's, old people have had it hard for Drake. Yeah. Or not Ann Michael and Michael May or some whatever. The Queen of New England, apparently, which again, Bake Miss rocks. But yeah, it is crazy. As much as you're like, oh, that's an okay performance. Actually, given the context of this may be one of the best performances in all of the NFL I've ever seen.
I would say that, but also we've seen 44-year-olds dominate.
Yeah. I'm giving you the context of not having played in X many years. I think it's 4 years, and coming back on a week's notice, less than a week actually, to then ball out. Not ball out, but only throw one. He didn't look horrible. That's he didn't look like a guy I'm gonna want to start my franchise, but he didn't look horrible, and that's more than you can say for some active NFL quarterbacks. Yeah.
Hold on. I want to share some good news with you.
Okay.
the Colts have a primetime game against the 49ers next week on Monday night, which means we get a primetime Phillip Rivers game. And I am so ready. And if it matters a lot, and it might matter a lot, the January 4th game might be a primetime game. It might be the Sunday night game. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but there's a chance there might be a 3:00 game, or it might be could be a Saturday game.
January 4th. Yes, it could be actually, because it's Thursday, Friday for college. So I think they have Saturday. So it could be a Saturday game. They do Thursday, Friday that week.
What
so
week would that be?
That's the first week of the year.
No,
and then
was that 19?
Probably 19.
NFL schedule.
Yeah, it could be week 9. I mean, are
we done with Thursday Night Football, by the way?
Maybe, hopefully.
No.
Blessedly,
no. We got 2 more. We got.
Oh Lord.
This is a. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
We have Rams Seattle this week.
Oh, my apologies, Thursday Night Football. I'm unfamiliar with your game for the rest of the season.
Holy shit. My bad. And then on Thursday, the Christmas Day, it's a Thursday Night Football game. It's Denver and Kansas. But wow, we have Rams Seattle this week. Holy shit.
Never mind. Thursday Night Football. Get the fuck out there. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get to this week 18. It all says to be decided, but will there be Friday games for the week 18?
I don't think so.
Saturday games week 18.
I don't think so, because I think that's college football.
Yes, there will be a Saturday game on week. Typically a doubleheader at the league. Final week ability segment. Playoff game.
Let's make it.
Okay, here's a flex schedule. Yeah, 16 game. All 16 games of the weekend are Saturday, Sunday. That's right. There's no Monday Night Football, and so it's just Saturday and Sunday. But they have not announced to. So there's a chance we could be playing on Saturday, which would be my dream if I had to get a primetime game, because my wife alarm is at 6 a.m. the next day if it's Sunday night, and I don't want that shit. So Saturday would be great.
Okay. Let's hope for the best. Thank you, NFL. Blessed be Roger Goodell. But with all that said, Phillip Rivers, the guy unexpectedly comes back, has actually for context, great game for the context of it all. Cool story. Do you want to move on to what I would maybe consider the biggest story of the week in terms of the historical nature of it all, which is the Chiefs are out of the playoffs for, I think, the first time since, what was it, first time I thought it was 2014, but that's not right. It's been a while since the Chiefs were in the playoffs.
I think.
Is it 2014? God, that's so long. And also, Patrick Mahomes hurt with an ACL. It was bound to happen that he had some kind of big injury at some point. Especially because he's close to our age, which is scary. He actually might be a little bit older than us too, but or at least me.
I think him and I are the same age, but I will not swear to that.
Okay.
Well, honestly, the first question that I have is, what happens to Travis Kelce?
I mean,
because he's done for the season. He's not going to the playoffs. I'm older than him. Damn it! I'm older than him by 2 months. No, 3 months. Fuck. Khakis. No, shit. I literally lost where I was. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Patrick Mahomes is done for the year. Obviously, Chiefs are done for the year. When does Patrick Mahomes come back? They should play it safe because he's their franchise guy, man. Mm-hmm. So maybe if they're in contention next year, they bring Patrick Mahomes back. So there's a possibility if they're out of contention when he gets healthy that they don't have him. So does Kelce say? Fuck that! I don't want to play through this shit. I've got a billionaire will-be wife by then.
She's a billionaire already.
No.
Oh yeah, I think I don't know. They're going to be in the summer, I think.
Okay, so I'll have a billionaire wife. I want to have an acting career. Why not? Why risk my body for another year of non-Patrick Mahomes? Chiefs probably going to be out of it. It really, I thought we were going to see one of the coolest off seasons, and this is going to hurt my whole soul. I thought we were going to see a really cool off season out of the Chiefs by just making a bunch of moves, being like, "No, fuck this. This is not how we go out." And then Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, and it's like, "Oh no, that clock just got pushed back."
Yeah. Well, I was looking up I was trying to see where Travis Kelce is in the all-time tight end rankings and see if there any way he can move up. He can pass Jason Witten to go into second most all-time in reception yards because he has 12,948. Jason Witten has 13,046, so he could actually pass that this season. Tony Gonzalez has 15,127. I don't think that's a couple.
Seasons.
I don't think
I don't know. He needs 2,500.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, about 2,000.
3 solid seasons. He could do that. 800 yards a season.
Does he want to do 3 more seasons? I don't know if his
body could handle.
I don't think his body has been breaking down not breaking down, but he's been slowing recently, and as is expected. The Phillip Rivers and the boys who are the geriatrics are odd. It's not a young man's game, so I do think maybe there's a world where he goes. Chiefs are not going to be Chiefs, not in the playoffs. Patrick may come back. I'm a married man. Maybe they want to have kids. Please have kids so we can get that birth rate back up. And that's my one ask.
How many? Oh man. Oh, never mind. We'll talk about it after.
I know what you're going to ask, and I think it's a lot. I think the answer is a lot, like a dangerous amount. I'd go more. I go higher.
Do you think? Oh, this is not a question for the podcast. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. But I know what I think I know what you're going to ask. And then reception, he's third in receptions. He's not beating Jason Witten in receptions. He's not probably going to beat him in games played because.
Does he have the most touchdowns?
Let's see. Why is touchdowns now? They have rush touchdowns.
Weird.
No, sorry, reception. He drops to 5th on touchdowns, reception touchdowns. And I don't think any of them really have, rushing touchdowns don't matter. He technically has 84 touchdowns, and he's in 5th to Jimmy Graham's 29 or 89, Rob Gronkowski's 93, Tony Gonzalez has 111, and Antonio Gates is 116.
Oh, he's not getting to 100. He's not beating Antonio Gates' record.
No, he's not. I mean, he's probably not going to beat Gronk.
30 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Hell no.
He's probably not beating Gronk. That's 10 touchdowns. I mean, maybe if he stays a season and a half, but even then, it's that's a lot of. The
thing I will say about that is backup quarterbacks and young quarterbacks thrive by feeding your tight end, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
So maybe next year, if they have a backup quarterback that's like, hey, I've got this really good guy that I know can catch, I should probably feed him the ball. And he's big, so here's to hoping. But I don't. Does he want to come back? I don't want him to retire. By the way, I'm going to say something controversial.
I mean, I think it's coming time for him to retire just by his play style. He looks slower. He looks. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, listen. Anytime a player retires, I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, fine. I mean, unless it's maybe. It's actually, you know what? I'll be like, whenever the entire Warriors team retires, maybe the Rockets can breathe. At least, even though the Rockets are great this season, I don't trust the Warriors. They're still going to.
No one's beating OKC. They're going to set the record. It's going to piss me off.
Brian, that's the thing. They're going to set the record.
Draft for the next 3 years.
Yeah, Brian. Oh, the best team in the NBA. Oh yeah, they actually have the best draft picks for the next 3 years, and we're all going to sit there and be like, oh, okay. It's just going to keep happening. It's actually perfectly created dynasty. So honestly, kudos. I can't remember his name, but he was the Supersonics, I think, GM, and he's now the OKC GM. Excellent job. You fleeced everybody. You did it the right way. Again,
is this the best rebuild of all time? Because they went full on sell everything.
I'm trying to think of other rebuilds.
I mean, it's okay. Okay, they have one championship, so it's way too early to say that.
Yeah.
But if they go on a 2-3 dynasty, 3 and 4 years run, that might be the best rebuild of all time.
Can I say what I think the best rebuild of all time is now as a biased fan?
Sure.
It's the Astros. You tanked your team for years. Now, again, was there some quote unquote dark arts that happened? Yeah, there was. Who doesn't do some dark arts here and there? But like you tanked your team and built them up to in 2017. Look at that 2019 roster. Look at them go.
One of the best teams to ever put together, and they lost the World Series. It makes no sense. It infuriates me to this day.
Yeah, and so
win a home game.
Yeah, it's still insane, and that even happened. I still can't wrap my head around that as a fact. Like all they had to do come back and win one at home. That's all they had to do. That's beside the point. OKC probably has the best, let's say potential, because again, they won one championship. We have years to go. Best potential rebuild of all time. Now, again, something could happen. Everyone says I actually hate Oklahoma City, which is fair. To say that you hate the city, you're like, I want to get out of here. What there are many. Is that if you're an NBA player, you can just fly somewhere for that. To be fair,
like if you're like a patron.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the patron, like obviously you don't, you're a patron. If you're like a SGA, maybe you're like, I can fly to, if I like go to Texas and it's only, if I go to the Mavericks or the Rockets, I just fucking drive or fly to the Golden Nugget. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But yeah, best of all time. I know we need to wrap up here soon. Coming up on time. We're at 36 minutes. We've talked a lot about stuff. Any other notes from the NFL this week that we don't want to put off until Thursday? Thursday's going to be
a little bit of just our number show and prediction show. It's going to be weird. Oh, we get to predict playoffs. That's good. I forgot this is the week that didn't have any college. Oh, Army Navy was fun. Army Navy was really fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always a fun game.
I hate people that hate on it. It's like, oh, it's fucking triple option versus triple option. Like they can't even pass it. This is the best. This is peak football.
Yeah. This is fun.
Being men.
Dudes being dudes. And like there's a steeped tradition. Like a lot of, and like, we talk about like all these guys are going to be accountants. We look at like Alabama. It's like, that gives me a great accountant one day. Like he's going to sell some great cars. All these guys like actually have a career and that's going to matter. Whether you think so or not. They're going to be officers in the military. Some of them will, maybe one will be president. Who knows? And that's kind of used to how it was. But like you get a lot of things like military academy to president pipeline was a thing for a second. It was like the 1800s, so it doesn't really give a shit now. But with all that said, yeah, it's a cool tradition. And I think everyone who hates on it doesn't love college. It's the same people who are like the group of five actually shouldn't even play football. It's like, well, then you don't actually love football. Like if you don't love Maction, you don't love college football.
Maction is the best. Yeah. Who doesn't want to watch a Tuesday night game where they have 17 fumbles?
It's Lakers.
And make it fun.
It's late, or actually it's now Lakers again, or okay, maybe Lakers, Chiefs / Warriors, and then they're fans of like Alabama. It's like you live in Seattle. How are you a fan of Alabama? You live in Seattle. Like at least love Oregon. At least like be a Big Tenner now. But with all that said, love Army Navy. Good, it's a fun game. Not the best football, but you never want it to be. It's not supposed to be the best football.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's not the point. You missed the point. I don't know if we can talk about some more of this on.
No, what is it?
I was gonna say the Astros sold the Space Cowboys, the Hooks, and whoever the single A team is to a private equity firm, which sick. That's cool. That kind of sucks.
What does that
Apparently
mean?
The Astros are still going to run it, but like now I can only imagine prices are about to go up. As someone who like loves going to the Space Cowboys games because
I really want to go to one.
They're relatively cheap. They have like fun night. My girlfriend and I went to Harry Potter night. It was like, dude, this is like really dumb in like the best possible way. Like it's just they had special jerseys for the players. The mascot, whose name I forget, who is in orbit, was running around doing dumb shit. They had like broom races. Like they have like a playground. They have a water park. Like it's great for families. It's fun for families, which is the bad part because who knows if this baseball, it's like Baseball USA or something like that. But I don't know what it means for us in terms of going to games. Hopefully I think they're still like licensed to the Astros where the Astros run the team, but I don't know what it means for like prices. Cause I mean, last time I went, like they were giving out like we got like 3 gallons of sweet tea. Didn't ask for it. Damn. They were just handing them on the way out. We're like, okay, we'll take 3. She's like, take this one. I'm like, perfect. So, sad to see. But that's the only real note I had to talk about that can't be saved till at least Thursday.
I got nothing else.
All right, perfect. Well, Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at OricPolaris, AURICPOLRIS. We'll try and this is a very busy 3 weeks coming up for me. So glad I streamed on Saturday. Gonna try and probably stream. No, I'm not streaming Saturday. It's playoffs all day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the 2 group of 5 games that I'm not going to give a shit about. This is going to be ass kicks. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'll figure out time to stream. Jordan, where can the people find you?
Find me at Jordan Stouts on Twitter across all platforms and Bootcamp Sports, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, I think. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate you doing so. Please like, rate, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're on. We will see you on Thursday or Friday.